Yes, I am. I hope I am. I hope I'm in the right live. I'm not?
People. I don't see you yet.
I'm not in the right live?
13 people is the one I'm in.
Well,
And Deborah's in there. And
hold on. I'm not on yet?
nope.
I thought I'm in the wrong live. Oh, there's only one
there
live.
you go.
Okay, there we are. Hi, Deborah. Hi. Oh, shoot. Ann Rose, your shell went out today. Linda T, if you can hear me, your package went out today. And Lacey, your package went out today. And then Chris Ree and Bucky Ann, I got your invoices out today. Hopefully I can get more done tomorrow. I had a lot to do. I had parent-teacher conference, and then I had help Jimmy with a bunch of stuff, and then do my own stuff and watch this ice cream murder trial, and then I had a bike and clean, do a bunch of stuff. So I'll try to get more done tomorrow. Hi, got to be. Hi, John Wasaki. How are you? Rhonda Blackburn, I've been mentioning you the last few nights, saying that we haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so I started to watch this ice cream murder trial. And you know what? I left my notebook over there. Jimmy?
Yes.
Do you see that? You know that notepad next to my chair in there?
I'll see.
That I was taking notes of the trial? Hi, Kelly, sweetheart. I know that's not how you say your name, but that's how I'm going to call you. Hi, Marianne McFeely. Are you Mr. McFeely's wife from Mr. Rogers? Hi, GB.
This notepad?
No. It's a like a long, narrow thing. Okay. You've just been busy. You're going to be grandmother. Oh my gosh. That's really exciting. In September? In September? Wow, that seems like a long way, right? September? What are we even in now? March. How many months away of September? It seems like September is like more than 9 months away. March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 7 months. Oh, 7 months away. Huh. So they just found out. Is that your son or your daughter? That's exciting news. That's very exciting news. Congratulations, and prayers for a healthy, happy baby and a healthy, happy mommy. Okay, so he gave me, okay, so here's, now I will tell you, I felt like a juror on this case because I have never followed this case. So everything was brand new to me. But I can tell you, your daughter, oh, that's good. First baby? So we'll get into Murdaugh in a minute. We'll get into Murdaugh. But I'm just going to give you the gist of this case. Is anybody watching this case, first of all? So you have Michael, and it's so weird. First I thought his name was Keatley, and then it sounds like they always say Michael Keaton, but it's Keatley. And the craziest thing was it's the same judge as, I think it's the same judge as the one where the guy wanted the speedy trial, that guy that killed his girlfriend. Hi, Shay. You're watching it? Is that the judge from the guy that killed his girlfriend, and then he had charges on another girlfriend that he nearly killed up in Michigan or something? Is that he's either the judge from that case or he's the judge from Anthony Tote, but I think he's the judge from that other trial that I just said. But I know the judge. And there were two little kids in the gallery. First of all, there's like nobody in the gallery, okay? And everybody's seated like far apart. And then there's two little kids. They look like 6 and 10. And I'm thinking, whose little kids are those? Hi, Earthbound. I don't know whose little kids they are. So, are they his kids? Did he have conjugal visits? Because he's supposed to be in jail for the last 10 years. Because this happened in 2010. Okay? And, hi, Barb Olson. And he's been in jail. Barb Olson, are you watching this? Do you know who those little kids are? And I saw people asking, like, what are those little kids doing in this trial? Okay, so what the prosecution is saying, yeah, very cute little kids, really, really cute little kids. And then I thought, is this a ploy from the defense? If these are his little kids, are they bringing them in there so the jury will be, you know, oh, don't take their dad away kind of thing, you know? These little boys need their dad. So I don't know if it's a tactic or what. I don't know whose kids they are. Was he allowed to have conjugal visits? I mean, were these kids conceived while he was in there? I don't know. All right, so what happened is the prosecution started their opening statements, and they said, hi, Pudding, they said that this is a case born out of a need for revenge. And he's on trial for murdering two brothers. And Juan and Sergio, I believe that's. And then he allegedly wounded 4 other people. And one is in pretty bad shape. And what happened is, they say, that in January, this guy was an ice cream man. He had an ice cream truck. Everybody knew him around the area of Florida that he was in. And apparently, back in January of 2010, some car started honking behind him, and then out got a woman. And they described her as a light, this is what they said, because this is what the police officer says, light-skinned black woman, dressed professionally. This is their words. Walked over and said something, I don't know, about nachos or something, but then 2 men dressed in black with black masks on came over and robbed this guy. And he said, please don't take my truck. And they said, we don't want your truck. Give us your money. And he gave them $12. That was all he had, this ice cream man, $12. And they shot him. They shot him multiple times. She wanted a soda. Okay, soda, right? Okay, nachos, soda. The nachos were mentioned. There was a mention of nachos. Was there not, somewhere along the line? Okay. And they shot him multiple times. And then he gave the description to the police. My lips are so chapped. He gave the description to the police, and nothing came of it. The kids would get nachos. Nothing came of it. They couldn't find these people. And he was calling up and he was saying, did you find these people? Did you find these people? No. So he's pissed off. Okay. He's got damage to his hand, extensive damage confirmed by EMT tests. He decides he's going to investigate this case himself. So he starts conducting interviews on the street. And at one time, he interrogated a 13-year-old girl to the point of tears. But anyway, he starts conducting investigations. And in these investigations, he finds out that there's a guy called Creeper. He actually has a tattoo on his arm, says Creeper. And he starts asking everybody about this Creeper guy. And he has an address for this Creeper guy that's very close to the address where these other people get shot on Ocean Mist. So this is January, right? Well, on Thanksgiving Day, a dark-colored van pulls up in front of this place on Ocean Mist. And the two brothers are there, along with 4 other friends, and they started playing cards into the night before Thanksgiving, right up into the early morning hours. And they're on the porch of this place on Ocean Mist. And they've done some drugs. They've bought some cocaine and they've bought some marijuana, and they've been doing that. They've been playing cards, drinking beer. And they see a van go down, and it's like 2 a.m. at this point. So they're like, what is this van doing, right? Going down the street, it's coming back up again. And then this van pulls in front. And then out comes this guy. Now let me tell you that on Michael Keatley's computer, there were various searches, sometimes thousands and thousands of searches for things, such as police uniforms, such as Glocks, okay, all kinds of things of that nature. Well, he pulls up. This suspect pulls up, right? Gets out of the van. Now, this suspect is carrying a long gun. It's been described as a long gun. And his shirt says something, either sheriff or police, FBI, something like that on there, okay? So they think it's the police. And he goes over to the porch of these people and he starts questioning them. And then he tells them to get on their knees and give me your ID. So allegedly he sees their ID. And then he proceeds to shoot them, like execution style. And he shoots and kills the 2 brothers, okay? And then the other 4, some of them are shot, but they get away. But one of them was shot in the head, and he has absolutely no memory of what happened, so he's unable to talk about it. The rest are going to testify. Now remember, they already had this trial. This is a retrial because the jury was deadlocked. There were 2 that were holding out on the jury. And so this is a retrial. And again, it took place in 2010. So, from the prosecution, you hear that this was just one man's obsession with revenge. He was telling his girlfriends, look for this guy named Creeper. If you see this guy named Creeper, tell me. He had been searching for this guy named Creeper. He had this address for this guy named Creeper. But this wasn't Creeper because there's a name attached to that Creeper, and I wrote it down somewhere over here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so he also obtained firearms. Now, word on the street said that the individuals were Hispanic. So what the prosecution is saying is that he completely abandoned what he had told police, where he said it was a black woman and then 2 black males. It changed to the person by the name of Creeper, who was allegedly Hispanic and goes by Omar Bayan. And he told everybody to look for this male with the Creeper tattoo on his arm. He learned where he lives, Ocean Mist Court. It's important because the address where the murder occurred was just down from there. He had his girlfriend drive through the neighborhood looking. He posted a reward on his ice cream truck. Okay. He interrogated the 13-year-old to tears. And then he said he was working with someone named David Beckworth to take down this Creeper guy. And that they were going to dress like cops, take him down, and kill them. But David Beckworth was not there because he was away with his family and or his girlfriend's family cooking turkey, because the murders happened on Thanksgiving Day. So the prosecution says he has an obsession with revenge. It's been festering from January to November. You can see the evidence from his laptop. He looked up Ocean Mist 92 times. He looked up Glock 2,053 times. He looks up Omar. He looks up uniforms. Early morning hours of November 24th to November 25th of 2010. The victims were friends. They were gathered at Ocean Mist. They were playing cards, beer drinking, marijuana, cocaine on the porch. Early AM hours, a dark minivan going up and down. Pulls up. A white male gets out wearing a black tee, like I said, with police or sheriff, with a long gun. Juan and Sergio were the brothers Guitron. They both died after they were shot. Law enforcement arrived. They documented the scene, the shell casings, the wallets that were left behind. All the evidence was sent for testing. The survivors are going to talk. They're going to tell you about the white male and the black tee and the dark camel pants and the dark minivan. And that there was an individual asking for Creeper, Omar Byron, and then a woman who reached out to law enforcement and used to date Michael Keatley, that he told her if she sees this Creeper to call him. Now, when he went up to those people on the porch, he demanded, "Where's Creeper? Where's Creeper?" And they said they know Creeper, but he doesn't live there. He's not there. They think the guy's law enforcement. He asked for their IDs. They got down on their knees. He shot him execution style. Let's see. Someone named Daniel Beltran was shot multiple times, but he was able to flee. He said they could not defend themselves. He tried to get their friend's attention to grab some beer bottles to fight back. Let's see. Another one, Richard Cantu. He was shot in the back of the head. He has no memory. Daniel Beltran was shot 3 times. He's going to testify. And then Mr. Smith is going to testify. They say that Mr. Smith is someone that he was in, let me see, he was, hold on, let me get what Mr. Smith does, because that's important. Mr. Smith, I'll figure it out here. I thought I had it right over there. But Mr. Smith and his wife started to get friendly with Keatley and a girlfriend at the time, and they started to go shooting, and he is going to tell how Michael had asked a lot of questions about, aftermarket. Remember that lady that shot her husband, that one that was a chef, and she bought all those aftermarket pieces for the gun? Well, apparently what the prosecution says is that he got some aftermarket stuff and outfitted a gun, a long gun, but it was really like a Glock inside of a long gun, okay? Because he had damage to his hand, and for some reason, he had talked about this a lot. And he allowed Mr. Smith to fire his Glock with his wife. And Smith provided some casings to law enforcement. And then when law enforcement went in Keatley's property, they got some stuff from a burned out fire pit, and they got some shell casings, and they got some projectiles, and they matched the projectiles and the shell casings that were found on the crime scene. And so they could see the little microscopic, like we've learned in the other cases, little things on the shell casings, on the projectiles, that tell you exactly what gun it's from. But when they went and collected all the firearms from Michael Keatley, they got a lot of firearms, but they didn't find a Glock. And so she can't tell if he had the Glock that the bullets came from, because they never found the Glock, okay? Now, the other thing is, the testimony from the victims is that it was a long gun, not a Glock. Mr. Smith and Kelly spoke about the gun shows and the mod kits that Keatley spoke about, gun shows, the mod kits that were brand new in 2010, so you could shoot a firearm after injury. And there'll be evidence of searches that he was looking at aftermarket barrels and attachments. Now, the day after the shooting, this Mr. Keatley, who's the defendant, brings his father's van, which was a navy blue van, to be repainted, to the home of Mr. Henry Boyce. And Mr. Henry Boyce is someone that lives in Tarpon Springs. And so he brings this van there, this dark-colored minivan, and Henry's not there, but his wife is there. And she's like, well, he's not here. And he's like, well, that's all right. And he begins to start cleaning out this van, and he starts putting all the garbage with this family's garbage. And he starts cleaning up the van and washing it, this van that's going to be painted. And then I guess at some point, Henry arrives there, and he begins to start sanding the van with like a rotary sander along with Henry, and they work through the night. And Michael Keatley doesn't even go home. He sleeps on the couch of these people, and they're working all through the night and the next day to get this van painted. And they painted it a two-tone. So it was dark blue and like a beige. And like I said, he cleaned out his van. He cleaned it all out. Hold on. Day after shooting, Friday into Saturday, one gunman, one gun. That's what they say there was. They matched the shell casings and the projectiles, and the state says this is a man, he's obsessed with revenge, and the state is confident you'll find him guilty. But then the defense gets up for their argument, and they say that they agree that it's a terrible crime. They agree that 2 brothers died and 4 others were wounded, and it's wrong and it's criminal. But their client, Michael Keatley, did not do this. And he's had the, fingers pointed at him. And that's, those are things are where the agreement ends, because he didn't do this. And he says, as you hear evidence, you are to presume that Michael Keatley is innocent. The state has to prove that case, and if they have to, do that so that you can't, and without a reason, so you can know what is what without a reasonable doubt. You can and should consider what's missing. And he said, this courtroom is going to be full of reasonable doubt. The evidence will show that the prosecution saying the case is obsession and revenge is not true. The evidence will show that in January 2010, as Mr. Keatley drove his purple ice cream truck, he was known throughout the area. And on January 23rd, he was flagged down by a woman. She had 2 people, and he was robbed. That's when he gave him the $12, and they shot him again and again and again. Let's see. Oh, hold on a minute. Here's another thing. Prosecution said there were the 45 shell casings were collected, but what else was collected was the Glock. All the guns except the Glock 45, a laptop, a composition notebook. Here was the other thing that was collected. On the first page, it says Omar Bayan, 507 Ocean Mist, and the latent fingerprint on the notebook is that of the defendant, Michael Keatley. And Wesley Smith, that he's a machinist. And he started to buy ice cream from Michael. They started having a conversation. That's how they got to know him about firearms. Okay. And let's see. So these victims, one of the victims, the prosecution said, makes an ID from a photo pack. And so does another of Michael Keatley. But the defense says, no, that's not true. That's not at all what happened. That they said, now they go over and over about how Michael Keatley was so well known in that area. And these people, they knew him. Their kids used to get snacks from him. They used to get nachos and stuff from him. They know this guy. And clearly, one of the victims said, I have never seen that man in my life. So he's saying, wait, you've never seen that man in your life, but you've seen the ice cream man in your life. You know him very well, this ice cream man. Right? So he's saying, how did this all change? Well, it all changed, according to the defense, because of some text message that was sent. And they still don't know who sent this text message, but there was a text message sent to these victims. And the text message had the ice cream man's picture, and it said, this is the man that did it. Even though that their prior descriptions of this man was a very large man, well over 215 pounds, okay? So they said it was not at all the description of Michael Keatley. And then the reason that they made the ID with the pictures is because they got this text, and the text had a picture, and it was just like they were being told what to, who did this. And they still don't know who showed, where that text originated from, because law enforcement never found out. They said the victim wouldn't tell him, and law enforcement said, okay, whatever. And beyond that, the defense is saying there's no way that Michael Keatley, he has a limp, a noticeable limp from the injuries. No one mentioned a limp. And that he has EMT tests right up until November that show there's like no improvement in his hand, the nerves, everything. He's saying it's impossible. And they're saying that the victim said that this person that shot the 2 brothers and killed them shot a warning up in the air. They're saying he could have never done that. That's what the defense is saying. So they say they've got the wrong man. He did not do this. And let's see. What else do we have? I was... that the doctor who is not being paid, who was on call, the plastic surgeon, is going to testify. And he's going to testify about the condition of Michael's hand as a result of the shooting and the pronounced limp. And he had a fracture of the worst kind of injury, because when the bullet went in, it didn't just break the bone in two places, it broke it in multiple places, and a lot of times you can't even put that back. And then his EMG tests, his last one was in November of 2010, before this, and the results show no improvement or recovery at all. And he slept on a hospital bed. He was no longer able to live on his own. He had to move back home to his parents. He had to wear shoes with Velcro. At times he needed help to wipe himself. In order for MK to do anything. Oh, he couldn't even cut his own meat. He couldn't even cut his own meat. That's how bad his hands were. There's no way he could have done this. And that this... this took a lot of thought and planning. You're going to hear a couple of his ex-girlfriends come in, the defense said, and say, oh, they didn't notice any difference in his condition and this and that. And they'll say he's all fine, and it'll be conflicting all the medical testimony of the doctor that's not paid, who was treating him and who operated on him. Let's see. They kept saying that the victim said at first that the shooter was a large man, and they were using cocaine and marijuana when law enforcement spoke to the victims. But that one of the victims had the wherewithal, even with all of that, to mislead police. They said Jose Rodriguez said he never saw this man before in my life, when he was describing the suspect. They said they gave him photos and Rodriguez did not pick out Michael Keatley. Okay, and then that's when he got the text and everything changed. So they're saying that the photo kept getting forwarded and forwarded, and Hernandez gets the text and he goes to Jose Rodriguez and says, you know this guy? He says, yeah, it's the ice cream man. Based on the text, they want to know where it originated from. They couldn't. So anyway, they come. This is a case of mistaken identity. It's a fat, overweight, chunky guy who did this. It's not the defendant. About the warning shot, right? So yeah. So that's what this is about. And they had like 2 girlfriends testify and the officer today. And so I don't know if you're watching this. It's I don't know how much I'm going to get into it, because it's, like I said, I didn't know anything about it. We'll see what tomorrow brings, if I can get into it. I don't know. It's I may cover it a little bit, or but if there's not a lot of people that are into it, I don't know, because I just don't know. We'll see how I can, if I get into it. Oh, and I did hear from Christina Ferrari. She wanted me to thank all of you for your prayers, and and said thank you. She's still in the hospital. She put another comment, so if you see her, you could write a comment to her. But she wanted me to thank you guys. Said this is like family, and she's very happy that you guys are asking about her and stuff and praying. You watched it very little today, so I don't know how much I'll get into it. But let's go see about what's going on with Murdaugh now. And sorry that's all over the place, but I was doing 9 million things, so I was taking notes, and my pad was all messed up because I had other things written in between, so it was convoluted. Okay, so let me... Now, Janae had told me something about this a few weeks ago. No, probably a week ago. And I was like, well, we'll see what's going on with this, because it sounds like one of these crazy stories. And yeah, it just may be. But shoot, now I'm just, hold on a minute. All right, so a former sex worker claims that Alex Murdaugh yanked out her hair and choked her until she nearly blacked out during drug-fueled romps, allegations that are now surfacing in wake of his double murder conviction. No, they were actually surfacing before his double murder conviction. And she actually spoke about this in August. So it's not, like I said, and this was out there, but I guess people weren't looking at it so much. Her name is Lindsay Edwards. Let me see if I can get a picture, another picture of her. There's a picture of her in the thumbnail, but get her picture. Okay, and she says that she had 4 encounters with Alex Murdaugh. They were 8 years ago, and they've left her traumatized. But she just came forward in August. She was a sex worker at the time, and on the Isle of Palms, which is interesting because that's really a nice beach island, one of the nice ones, there was a guys' weekend. And there was a bunch of guys there drinking, doing drugs. They had a fire going, she says, on the deck, and eating food, just hanging out. And she was among a group of women who were brought there to have sex with the men. She said for the first hour, they were taking shots, doing coke, smoking weed, hanging out by the fire, getting to know them. And she said Murdaugh got especially attached to her. And he seemed nice and he seemed gentlemanlike at first, she said. But then they went to go have some fun. And she said his whole personality changed. And she could see it in his eyes. Maybe it was the coke and everything, but his pupils got so big, she said, to the point that his eyes were almost solid black. And she said that's when he got dangerously aggressive to the point she couldn't breathe. She was violently choked by both of his hands. She was pinned down to her bed by her throat. She said she was blacking out, seeing spots, seeing stars. And she was beating and scratching on his wrist as much as possible to get him to stop. She thought she was going to die. As soon as he was done, she got up and ran out as quickly as possible, even though she was completely naked. And SLED spent hours interviewing her last year. He has not been charged in the alleged encounters with her. So that, why didn't SLED charge? I mean, they already know, is this another, Trent Bolt kind of thing? And I haven't seen her accounts verified. So she says after the first scary encounter that her madam who controlled her and said that Alex Murdaugh was a personal friend set her up to meet him again. Now, why would she go again if she almost died? But she's controlled by a madam, she says. And at that session, he pulled clumps of hair out of her head, and she had bald spots in the back of her head, she said. And then she said he was really angry then, and she got hair pulling and choking. If he wasn't choking me, I had a wash rag stuffed in my mouth, and I was being slapped across my face violently for a good 20 to 30 minutes. I'm really not buying this, okay? I am really not buying this at all. Just letting you know this, okay? She said at the time she didn't know who he was, but she recognized him after seeing the news about his wife and Paul's murder. Okay? Where are the other 4? I thought there were 4 times, lady. I don't believe it. Where's the madam? She didn't know who Murdaugh was when everybody knew who the guy was? Come on. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. She was already interviewed by SLED, but they mentioned nothing of it. Don't believe it. So I'm going to go into, sorry, I need more proof for that. Yeah. I'll take a poll to see if you believe it or not. You can believe it if you want to. I don't believe it. I need more proof. Hi, Frilly Farmhouse. Do you believe it? Janae 100% believes it. Janae. Chada Scudum. He's not believing it. I'm not buying it, Janae. I'm sorry, I'm not. It most certainly is. I just finished going hunting. For shells. Okay. I'm a shell hunter. I do because of that group test. Wait, which text are you talking about now? Are you on the right story with us? Hi, cute kitty kitty. Oh gosh, I hope she's better. Prayers. I only tend to believe it because he did belong to the good old boys. Why'd she wait 8 years? How come it was given no credence? Wouldn't the prosecution want to show that violent side of him if they could prove that? Wouldn't SLED want to file charges? Yeah, I know. There's always at least one Philly Farmhouse. I don't believe it. I'm from the show me state. I'm not really, but New York should be the show me state. Until I have more information, I'm not going to believe it. Sorry. Hello, Lisa Hoban. I'll wait. If it's true, she should be able to show it if this happened 4 times. 4 times. We'll agree to disagree, Janae. And that's fine. I need more. Just because he's committed other horrible crimes doesn't mean we can say 100 exactly, Pudding. I wouldn't do that, you gotta have some proof. All right, so, now what was my other thing in my, the 4 people kidnapped in broad daylight and Mexico. Okay. So, Ciudad Victoria, Mexico. 4 Americans went into Mexico last week to seek health care. Sharon. And they got caught in a deadly shootout, and they were kidnapped by heavily armed men who threw them in the back of a pickup truck. I hear people going into Mexico to get weight loss surgery, to get implants, to get veneers. Number 1, I would be scared to death to get medical treatment in another country. I really would. Okay, I think it's like, even if you went on vacation, you wouldn't want to be in the hospital there. I don't know how anybody can feel safe, especially like invasive surgery and stuff. I don't think it's worth the risk. I've heard people going to Colombia for veneers, and it's, they're so much cheaper. Yeah, okay. Now, look at this. 4 people going for medical care, kidnapped, thrown in the back of a truck. They were traveling in a white minivan from with a North Carolina license plate, and they entered the city of Matamoros from Brownsville at the southernmost tip of Texas near the Gulf Coast. I can't speak. Near the Gulf Coast, according to the FBI. All 4 Americans were placed in a vehicle and taken from the scene by armed men. And now there is a $50,000 reward for the victim's return and the arrest of the kidnappers. Now, a woman, Zelandria Brown of Florence, South Carolina, says she has been in contact with the FBI and local officials after learning that her younger brother, Zindell Brown, is one of the victims that was kidnapped. She said, and I quote, "This is like a bad dream you wish you would wake up from. To see a member of your family thrown into the back of a truck and dragged, it is unbelievable." Zelandria Brown said her brother, who lives in Myrtle Beach, and 2 friends had accompanied a 3rd friend who was going to Mexico for a tummy tuck. It's not worth it.
Just for the record,
Yeah.
we want to go to Los Algodones, which you park your car on the U.S. side. You walk 5
I
minutes,
don't think it's
you're on
worth
the
it.
Mexican side,
I
and there's
know.
dozens and dozens of dentists there and to get dental work
Yeah,
done.
but I don't like it because
It's not like they're going to throw you into the back of a car. It's nothing but American tourists.
I don't know. I don't like it. I have to say, I don't like it.
But I just want people to understand, I'm not going for any kind of surgery.
No, she's not
I'm
going for surgery, but there
anything.
are people even on YouTube that have went for a gastric bypass or
I'm
something.
not doing that. I'm having my teeth cleaned, and Mike's getting dental work done.
I know, but
It
how
would
do you know
cost a
they're going to
fortune
use the
here.
same safety standards and stuff?
They do. They're
That scares the
educated
crap out of
to-
me. It's not just you. It scares the crap out of me. I would be,
Well-
what do they say? I would be remiss if I didn't tell
Cautious?
you. I have to tell you. Okay. So a doctor who advertises such surgeries in Matamoros did not answer any calls. So that's scary.
But this is Los Algodones.
Went for a tummy tuck and now they're gone.
I'm getting my teeth cleaned. I don't think that they can kill me over my getting my teeth cleaned.
I'll take a poll.
Well, anyway.
Okay, and the group was extremely close, and they all made the trip to help split up the driving duties. They were aware of the dangers in Mexico, and her brother had expressed some misgivings. He kept saying, "We shouldn't go down there." A video posted to social media showed men with assault rifles and tan body armor loading the 4 people up into the white bed of a pickup truck in broad daylight. One was alive and sitting up, but the others seemed either dead or wounded. Great.
Yeah.
At least one person appeared to lift his head from the pavement before being dragged to the truck. The scene illustrates the terror that has prevailed for years in Matamoros, which is a city that's dominated by factions of the powerful Gulf drug cartel who often fight among themselves. And amid the violence, thousands of Mexicans have disappeared in the state alone. Let's see. Mexican president said Monday that there was a confrontation between groups and they were detained without offering details. He originally said that 4 Americans came to Mexico to buy medications. A woman driving in Matamoros who asked not to be identified for fear of reprisal said that she witnessed what appeared to be a shooting and abduction. The white minivan was hit by another vehicle near an intersection, then gunfire broke out. Oh gosh. Another SUV rolled up. Several armed men hopped out. All of a sudden, the gunmen were in front of us, she said. I entered a state of shock. Nobody honked their horn. Nobody moved. Everybody must have been thinking the same thing. If we move, they will see us, and they might shoot us. She said the gunman forced a woman who was able to walk into the back of a pickup. Another person was carried to the truck, but could still move his head. The other 2, they dragged across the pavement. We don't know if they were alive or dead. Zindale Brown's family asked people to share any relevant information with local authorities. His father, William Brown, said the family is still searching for answers. I don't know which way to go right now. We don't know what's what. Shootouts in Matamoros were so bad on Friday that the U.S. consulate issued an alert about the danger, and local authorities warned people to shelter in place. It's not immediately clear how the abductions may have been connected to that violence. The U.S. ambassador to Mexico, Ken Salazar, said Monday that Americans were kidnapped at gunpoint and an innocent Mexican citizen died in the attack. He said various U.S. justice agencies are working with the Mexican counterparts to recover the missing people. President Joe Biden has been informed of the situation, the White House press secretary said Monday, but she declined to answer other questions, citing privacy concerns. Victims of violence in Matamoros and other large border cities often going unaccounted for because the cartels have a history of taking bodies of their own with them. Let's see here. So I don't know, that's scary crap. Really scary. And then there's a woman that's missing in Chicago after she took a train downtown. And let's see, this is her picture. 27 years old. This larger. Her name is Michelle Flores. She was last seen Saturday when she took a train to downtown Chicago. 5'1", 120 pounds, brown eyes, black hair. She has tattoos on both of her arms and her back. Tattoo on her lower back is a castle and a dragon. Anyone with information about her whereabouts is asked to call detectives at 312-744-8266. Let's hope she's found. And let's see. I think I covered everything that I said I was going to cover. Let me see what people are saying. So let's see what your poll is. 75% of you don't believe the woman. Okay. Okay, I'll take another poll. Okay, there's your poll. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are saying in here. Only go to the tourist areas in Mexico. Anywhere else is not recommended. The tourist areas are protected by the cartel. That's where they make a lot of money. Element W said they have been warning Americans to be careful when traveling to Mexico robberies.
Sharon,
And Lisa
Sharon.
says, why not have
What?
it done here?
I put number 3, yes, only dental.
We have great doctors and dentists in Australia. Risk of hepatitis got to be, says. Shelley Joe says, I went to Tijuana twice by myself to get dental work done. Got dental coverage, got to be me. They want to save money, says L. They just killed tourism in Mexico, Janae says. Historic publisher said, I agree with MRB. I have lived near the border, and even as a youngster, we knew the code and didn't walk too far across the border, too far, and never drove our own vehicle, even as HD students.
No, you don't drive your vehicle
The
over.
Philly farmhouse. It's not about the medical danger so much as what's going on with the cartels right now.
I'll go with you, Sharon.
You want to come?
I do.
Come on.
Texas border, to be clear,
Oh,
I know
that's-
exactly where this is. Cute kitty, cute.
My friend's in
Plan on
Mexico
going
right
to
now.
Guatemala in a couple of months to get implants in my mouth. Really? In Guatemala?
Yeah.
Teeth have deadly germs. Good luck. Historic publisher, very interesting. It's pathetic. This country is the way it is. Al said. Rich said, ask Carolyn if she wants to play the new AM juror interviews. I have heard another juror speak out. Is it true? I'll see. Sunkist said, me too, I'm scared. Ann Rose said, I have been there in 1982. I was drugged into a shop, and my mother and husband 2 doors down. I was lucky I got out, the 7 of us. Then what if something bad were to happen? Then you'd have to worry about getting yourself back or worse, death. They would have to get into my gums with screws to do the implants, cute kitty kitty said. It's an all-out war with the cartels in Mexico right now, Philly says. High 61 says, I got in Mexico once when I went with my grandparents to see family. Then I thought I was being smuggled across the border. Haha. My church does mission work in Guatemala twice a year. We build houses for poor families, says Janae. Barbosin said, I would rather have my teeth rot out of my head before I go to Mexico for dental work. Just my opinion.
All right. You're welcome to your
Shelley says, Shelley Joe says, you can come with me, Nicole. I'm going back in June. Earthbound Spirit says, good night, everyone. Good night, Earthbound. Mary Ann says, the way things are right now, I don't even like going to the grocery store, but then I'm a big chicken. Pudding says, I also think dental work is different. My mom's had dental work done a few times. She doesn't go alone. She's also half Mexican, so it's easier for her. Janae says, you can get dental work for free by dental colleges, although I don't know how you find out about it. Okay, so here's the poll about the 14% said they would go, 9% said yes, only for dental work, and 77% said no. Carolyn, farther and farther away from the mic. Okay, sorry, Rich. Is it better now? Because it's hard for me to read the chat. See, then it interferes with my reading of the chat. All right, well. Okay, so next off, we're going to see if there was another juror interview. Okay. Some of the jurors in the Alex Murdaugh double murder trial are breaking their silence. Oh, that scared me. All right, here we go. Let's see what they said here. See, I've got to move this to see what they said. 3 of the jurors revealed they weren't fooled by Alex's ability to turn the tears on and off on the witness stand. They say he came across as a big liar. And let's see. What else did they say? So 3 jurors went on the Today Show. James McDowell, Gwen Jenneret, and Annie Williams. Let's see what they said. Let's see what they said here. Rather than convince the jury of his innocence, jurors said the killer's decision to testify in his own defense helped to prove his guilt. They said the dog kennel video and his own testimony were critical in their decision to convict Alex Murdaugh of fatally shooting his wife and son. They were asked on the Today Show what solidified the panel's decision, and they said it probably would have been a hung jury if it had not been for that video. It was like they spoke from the grave. The kennel video, it was something he had lied about, said McDowell. If he didn't do it, how did he know what time to lie about not being there, she said. She was selected as a juror even though her brother was a Colleton County deputy who responded to the murder scene and was one of the trial's first witnesses. That's interesting, isn't it? He disclosed the connection to the court, but the defense and prosecution did not object to seating her. She said she was stunned when Alex Murdaugh testified in his own defense and admit for the first time publicly that he was with the victims on that 1,700-acre property just minutes before their murders. I couldn't believe that he was taking the stand in the kennel video. That just kind of sealed the deal. All 3 of the jurors said it was a mistake for him to testify. Jenneret added that she did not believe that Alex's frequent fits of sniffling and sobbing were sincere. I didn't think he was crying. He turned it on and off. It wasn't genuine, she said. Prosecutors, let's see. They didn't really, she said, I don't know if we'll ever know, Williams said, if we'll ever know why he did it. It may have been a combination of things, not just the financial, but everything and weighing heavy on him, I believe. The jurors were asked whether they would have voted for the death penalty had it been on the table. And Williams said, "It would have been hard for me. The family has suffered a lot. I feel like this way he gets to think about and focus on what he did, and that's more of a punishment to have to live with that." And they went back to the courthouse to see him sentenced. McDowell said it was important for us to go back and see it to the end. In one of the few moments of levity during the trial, a juror who was dismissed asked if she could get her dozen eggs and purse before leaving, which elicited laughter in the courtroom. Williams explained that another panelist had brought in 3 dozen eggs to give away, and the woman did not want to leave them behind. And that's all there is about that. Janae? They said they didn't believe their sniffling. His sniffling. Yeah. Janae?
I have a couple problems with that.
Well,
One,
come
they
on.
said they didn't know why he did it, so they didn't have a motive.
Well, they said the financial crimes could have been part of it, and everything.
But they didn't know why he did it. So they didn't have a motive. And I don't think they looked at the totality of the evidence. They just kept talking about 2 parts of the evidence that convinced them. And there was a lot more evidence than that.
Okay, and what do you want to do?
No, I don't want to do anything.
Oh, you want to do it over again?
No, I'm just saying, that's all.
Okay. I'm interested to hear about this. I haven't read up on what the jurors have said. Oh, you're welcome, even though you don't agree with me tonight, Janae. It's okay. We're still friends. They said, it's not that, they just said that, yeah, that's part, it just like you said, it doesn't seem like you're going to kill, yeah, I don't believe the motive either. I don't even know what the motive is. I don't believe it either. It's like, why would someone do that? I've said it 100 times here. Oh, shoot. My mini violin. Free eggs, guilty. I heard from another lawyer that Gloria Satterfield, yes, I heard that too. I didn't hear it from another lawyer. I heard it from a news source. Gloria Satterfield, yes. Coming up. A lot of things coming up. There's Letitia Stout. There is, I was looking at this little pink bunny. That's what I was felting last night.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm not done. He doesn't have eyes or anything yet.
But what do they say you need? Means, motive, and opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see. She focused more on the point that they don't have a motive, and how was he supposed to commit this horrific crime and clean up? I don't know. Boone is not coming up. Is she coming up? She's not coming up till, I thought she was postponed a little bit. She back in April, I think. Black Swan murder trial is coming up at the end of April. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. It's either feast or famine. You're gonna have Lori Vallow. You're gonna have Letitia Stout.
Food is in June, I think, sometime.
I know, but now I think it might be April. I don't know. I think they might have. Let me
Oh,
see. I don't know. Let me see. No, it's set for April.
oh wow. Linda's going to be excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 days ago. Okay. Oh my goodness. No. Why is Jared from Subway is trending? See what else is trending. Walgreens is trending. Why? I don't know. Trending. What is she talking about? New arrest details. What new arrest details? Looking forward to breaking down new arrest details regarding Bryan Kohberger. What is that about? What? I swear this woman is no longer. What are the new arrest details? Monroe County First Assistant District Attorney says the Idaho killing suspect's Bryan Kohberger was found putting his personal trash into a Ziploc bag when the police executed their search warrant at his Pennsylvania home. Those are the new details. I guess so. It seems to me like he, okay. So it is putting. So at like 3 or 2 in the morning, he was putting his gun. He was in the kitchen wearing gloves. Putting his trash into Ziploc bags. Okay, let's see. Alright, so let's see. Alright. Okay, so here's what happened. Monroe County officials have now revealed more details regarding his arrest, Bryan Kohberger's arrest. And I quote, Mr. Kohberger, as with any other criminal defendant, is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So that remains the case, but certainly for the investigation and the interest of the investigators in building the case layer by layer, there was a significant find, said the Monroe County First Assistant Michael Mancuso. Mr. Kohberger was found awake in the kitchen area, dressed in shorts and a shirt, and wearing latex medical-type gloves, and apparently was taking his personal trash and putting it into separate Ziploc baggies. A trash pull that was done days before recovered DNA profiles not from him, only from his family members. The official added it could very well explain some of the other aspects of the case from Idaho, such as the lengths that a person would go to avoid having their DNA left behind when they know or should have known that there was an investigation underway. Wouldn't that be stupid, putting his like actually grouping it for the police by putting it in the baggies? He then added, I would be keen on the shoes, the size of the shoes, comparison to any shoe impression that might have been recovered at the scene, that sort of thing, but we're told the cheek swab is key, something that they could compare to the DNA of, I believe, the snap button on the sheath knife. Search warrants related to Kohberger's car and family home will be released tomorrow morning, informed. So wait a minute, how do they be released tomorrow morning? When was this? Update on 6, so unless that they just updated this. Unless there's going to be more that's released tomorrow, I don't know. Okay, the internet's reacting and saying that it could just be that he struggles with OCD. Okay. All right, and of course he's innocent until proven guilty. Why do you think we wouldn't be able to view the staff trial? I don't know. It sucks. At least we'll be able to hear it, but it sucks. Have a good night, Rich. High Speed Richard says, I think Brian K. became obsessed with true crime because of his studies and carried it out for that reason. Don't forget to moisturize? Who? Oh, no. No, she died, Barb? Oh, my gosh. The wife? The father's still alive? That berry farm owner, remember the one we were looking at, those cinnamon rolls in Florida? Barb said the wife died. That's really sad. She died weeks after. Oh, shoot. Come on, get over there. Please get up there. Rachel Graff, the Knaus farm owner who police say was attacked by her son 2 weeks ago, has died. The business confirmed in an Instagram post that she succumbed to her injuries and said, "Once again, we want to thank the entire community, your family. You have been a great support and inspiration. Thank you for your prayers and concern." Wow. She was a woman of strength and grace who embodied the values of hard work, family, and community. She was airlifted by Miami-Dade Fire Rescue to Jackson South Medical Center on February 17th after Miami-Dade police were called to a violent domestic dispute at her home in Redland, Florida. Officers found an injured husband and wife, Rachel and Herbert Graff, who said they were beaten with a blunt object in their home by their son. He fled after the assault but was arrested near the home and later charged. A longtime friend of the family told investigators he was on the phone with Herbert and overheard son Travis Graff say that he killed his mother and wanted money or he would kill him too. Police say Travis then went to a neighbor's home and told the man that he killed his mother. The Berry Farm is a landmark in Miami-Dade. Thousands make the traditional trek to the homestead business starting at the end of every year to buy fresh baked cinnamon rolls, pies, herb breads, and house-made jams. These products are only available from about November to April. Why do they say at the end of every year? The business will be open on Monday and for most of the remainder of the week as the family prepares for Rachel's celebration of life. Very sad. Very sad. Yeah, there they made the announcement. Very sad, yeah, but that was, remember we saw the cinnamon rolls and all the really good stuff they have, huh? Very sad. Okay, let's see what else. You go there, got to be? Are you in Florida? I made blackberry jam without sugar and it was more than sweet enough. That's good, High Speed Drifter. Oh, Knott's Berry Farm is the one you're thinking of. What is wrong with these people? Wow, Sunkiss, that's crazy, huh? I wonder if he's their only child. It might be, I don't know. Hold on a minute, I gotta get an orange. I'll be right there. Oh boy. Okay. Oh my goodness. If you can't do the time, don't do. Well. Ouch. I don't know what he was on, if he was on since, I don't know. And I think he was close to 40 years old, wasn't that guy? The son? I think. It's disturbing, yeah, and it is. High heart rate wise. How come everybody's so quiet? The robots are not activated?
No, they're not.
We forgot to charge our batteries.
You did.
Oh, okay. Have to remember. Son is 40, and the mother was 66. Wow.
That's crazy.
And there were no other children, Barb? I am. It's YOU apostrophe RE, eating. And I am laughing stock. You don't think so? People in general are acting more crazy, yeah. Thank you, laughing stock. Yes, you are still correct. I am. Good observation. Thanks, Pudding. March 2nd to 12th is what? What's that? Sunkissed? I don't know what that is. So we'll see. I'll do another poll in a minute. Right, Janae, at least I'm not doing drugs on YouTube.
If that's an orange, I just ate one a little while ago, but I didn't have my camera on. And it didn't even make a noise. Just like yours.
Willie Nelson is in the line up this year. Oh, you're talking about?
Strawberry Festival, I think.
Yeah, High Speed Drifter. Yes, I try to. And I spin every single day. At least I try very hard to, and been very good at sticking with that. And then in the better weather, I ride outside. But like I said, it's not always fun, but I got to do it. Keep that old ticker healthy. People lose their tempers over nothing. Yep. I went to Turkey again today. Janae exercises all the time too. She goes on you go on the treadmill with the iFit, right? You know what, Janae? I got so pissed. And that's what I didn't figure it out. My iFit, the second time, it did not record this workout. Like, because every time you get, you reach new milestones and everything, 2 times it didn't record my workout. I was beyond pissed. I know my body records it, but I was just pissed because it's like, it's not true. Now when it tells me I have so many workouts in 1 month, that's not true. Because I have 2 more. How long have I had that bike? I got it in November. Let me see. I got it in November, set up. Was it November or was it December? But I was sick. Remember I got sick with that horrible cough, and then I tried to do it and it was like 10 minutes and I was dying. So I really didn't start using it every day until January. And like the end of January. The last 2 weeks of January, I think I've went to like do it every day. Definitely February, every day. But I got so sick. That's great, high speed.
And I row occasionally. I should do it every day, but I don't.
You should do it.
I should, but I'm giving myself a day break because it hurts. And it's not supposed to. Not too
Hi,
much.
Dandy. It's a spin bike. My other bike I got too last year was so scary. It's a Trek.
Outdoor.
Yeah, but a Trek. It is a Trek, and I made all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world. My daughter begged me to get it. They actually got it for me for my birthday. My daughter and my son. Because she said, go to a bike store and get fit for a bike. And get, go get either this bike or she told me which one to go get. And it made all the difference in the world. There really is a difference. Even if you're buying, even if you think okay, I have a $400 Schwinn bike, is it okay? It's not. I thought my bike was, there's not going to be a big difference. There's a huge difference. She's still in Iceland, Barb. She flies home tomorrow. She's still in Iceland, and my daughter-in-law is in Anaheim. Future daughter-in-law to be. I got it from Amazon. Put in.
Who found it?
Sharon found it.
Yeah.
But I do want to ride outside again. I wonder. I just want to see what it is because this is so strenuous. My daughter's like, "You're probably building up muscle like crazy," because she spins every day. But she spins in a. She goes to a class where you compete, and she's like, "I finished the 4th in this out of 60 people or something." You have a trek. I ride outside, but I don't spin inside. Well, wasn't
Burning
the trek a
muscle or
big
burning
difference for you?
fat?
What?
You said you were burning muscle like crazy?
No,
or
she
burning-
said building muscle.
building.
Building
Got it.
muscle.
How about burning?
That would be horrible if you're burning your muscles.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Did you find a big difference, DeAndy? I know I did. Good night, LMNW. Oh, and Cats, not Cats. Oh boy, Captain Lee fan. Her mother's doing better, right? That's the last I heard. Her mother's doing better. Her mother woke
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good news.
She had a message in Slack. Her mom will be out of intensive care in a couple of days, maybe.
All different miles high. When I ride outside, I usually like to do between 10 and 12. When I ride inside, it depends. It's like more of the Tabata. I don't know if you've ever heard of a Tabata workout. It's a interval workout, but it's very intense. It was developed by somebody that trains speed skaters, and it's not doesn't take long, but it's extremely intense. And it's like 20 seconds, you're working at your highest speed, then you back off for 10, you hit it again for 20, you do that for like 8 minutes straight, and you're dying. You're dying about when you're done, but you get done quicker, and they found out you still can get like all the benefits of a really, really, really long workout by doing this. And you'll see, or you'll be sweating like you can't even believe.
I hate sweating. Ugh,
Yep, I know, but
I do.
sweat all the time. I don't care because I've had a trip. I don't know because, yeah, well, then you don't know. I don't know. I love swimming, son, because I could swim all day. But unfortunately, I live in New York and we can only swim in the summer outside. And I don't have an indoor pool yet, so. Let me see here. I'm going to take another poll about what we're going to do next. Well, you know what? Let me see something. Okay, here is a good one. I recently discovered that this guy is 25 years old, and he recently discovered his girlfriend, who's 23, has been recording him without his knowledge and posting videos of their relationship on TikTok. I only found out because my friend told me, and the account has started to blow up. My girlfriend has recorded private moments of me crying at my grandmother's funeral, being half naked in the bathroom, things I said while drunk, and posted them all on TikTok under weird filters and captions about how romantic our relationship is. I confronted her about it this morning. As soon as I pulled up my phone and showed her the account and asked her why she was recording me without my permission, she broke down crying and told me to stop accusing her and being unsupportive. I was really mad that she was trying to victimize herself in all of this, and I told her to stop crying and being pathetic because I have no sympathy for her right now. She screamed at me for being verbally abusive, and I told her that maybe she's the abusive one for being such a desperate attention whore that she would record me without permission for likes on the internet. She started screaming even more after this, but I stormed out of the house. Am I the a-hole? You can put yes or no.
No.
Hey, Emmy. Emmy says no. And Margot says no.
I say no.
You say no. And Chris Reese says no. Historic Publisher says no. DeAndy says no. No. Okay, I think everybody pretty much thinks that's a no. That would be a no. Oh, this might be a good one. Every single year, me and my two sisters take a girls' trip to a random location. This year was finally my turn to plan a trip, so I decided to book a trip to Disney for 10 days, Disney World. My sisters were very excited about the trip, and so was I, but the booking process took a while, plus it was very costly. Well, we are leaving in a week, and I have created a set of rules for the trip. For example, no sleeping in past 8 a.m., and it says rope dropping. I don't know what that means.
Rope drop.
What is
Yeah,
that?
you got to be there when the park opens. And
Oh, the rope drop, they call it.
Your favorite ride. Yes, and be the first one in line. That would be a big no. Go ahead.
Okay, I've never heard that. Wear sneakers only due to a lot of walking, etc. I sent my sisters this list today so they would know what to expect. They didn't take it too well and said that I was being very overdramatic and that this wasn't needed. I told them this was definitely needed to get the best experience out of Disney World. We got into an argument over it, and now they are saying they no longer want to go on the trip. I thought that making this list of rules would make things easier for everyone and make it a more enjoyable time. But maybe I was being a bit dramatic. Am I the a-hole?
Yeah.
You say yeah? Then I guess I should get rid of my
That's
list
a
of rules.
definitive answer.
I guess I should get rid of my list of rules for our trip. Okay.
No, I mean, come on. People, what people need to understand is the most important thing is how late are the parks open. If the parks are open till midnight.
Well,
you don't go
I
in
never
the
got to the
room.
park at 8 a.m. I'm sorry, that didn't happen.
Never. It's not happening.
But if
And-
I went with a bunch of people and I wanted to be at the park at 8 a.m., I'd get my butt to the park at 8 a.m.
I did it.
But I mean, I wouldn't make them do it. Just
Well,
like
that's
I don't,
right.
just like I don't wake everybody up and say, "Come on, you got to go on the beach with me and find shells right now. I'm getting up early."
Exactly.
I do it myself if I want to do it.
Fine, right. No. Because what happens is that all these people with little kids, because little kids get up really early, babies.
My little kids never got up real early, but
Well, on the whole.
yeah, on the whole,
Guess what?
usually.
That's what's coming out at about 1 o'clock. All the crying, tired, cranky kids.
Yeah.
When you go in. That's when you go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not 8 a.m. That's ridiculous.
They've had the magic they can take.
Rope drop. Craziness, rope drop.
There's literally a rope and they drop it and off you go.
Okay, here we go. How about this one? My husband is 32. I'm 24. We just got married 3 weeks ago and we are currently celebrating our honeymoon. The plan was to travel for 2 months to different countries of Europe, Asia, and Africa, and we are currently in Spain, and we're supposed to take a plane to Morocco in 2 days. However, my husband wants to cut the trip short and go back to our home now. The thing is, his brother is in a horrible situation. His wife and daughter had a car crash, and they're in the hospital. The kid is fine, but his wife has to be in a little longer. That's all I know. I told my husband that I understand he wants to support his brother, but that he's not a doctor, so he can't do anything to help him, really. And his brother's wife is fine. She'll probably only have a broken leg or something, and that's why she needs some more days in the hospital. I told him to just call his brother and ask to talk to his wife so that he can send her his best wishes, and that's all he can honestly do. His parents and his in-laws are helping with the kids, so there's really nothing they need help in. I told him our honeymoon was important because it's time for ourselves to enjoy and spend time together. He wasn't having any of it. He called me selfish, and then he kicked me out of our bedroom. I had to ask for a new one until he decided to let me in again. He told me that he's leaving tomorrow because he needs to be supportive of his brother, and told me I can continue the trip by myself, but that's not the point of a honeymoon at all. I told him so, and he said that if he would have known how bitchy I was, that he never would have dated me. Am I really wrong here?
No.
No, I say no as well.
I put mine in capitals.
My sister-in-law died while Michael was on his honeymoon.
What did you say?
My sister-in-law died while Michael was on his honeymoon.
Oh.
They were on the cruise. They'd gone to Costa Rica, and I said, I don't know what to do. My first instinct is to call and tell them, but I don't know how you get them on the cruise ship anyway. But my nephew and my brother-in-law both said that absolutely not. Let him enjoy his honeymoon, period. And, so that's what we did, but I don't know, I always felt bad about it. So I think this is different. Nobody died here.
Exactly.
So.
Oh, Shelley Joe says yes.
Who said that?
Shelley Joe.
Oh, let's see. Shelley Jo says yes, she is. Wow. Okay.
Were they in Europe?
They were traveling for 2 months. They're going to Europe, Asia. Weren't they going to Madrid? They were in Spain or something.
Is there any way they could have resumed?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Okay, here we go. I'm 40 years old and I have two biological daughters, Lisa, 22, and Abby, who's a year old. My first daughter was with my ex. And this is a guy speaking, okay? Who's 40 years old. So the father is speaking. Susan, 46, was his ex. And back when I was involved with Susan, we had decided to live together for the sake of our daughter. But when Susan started pushing and demanding marriage, I said no, and we fought about it constantly until one day I came home to find all my stuff outside and the locks changed. I didn't speak to Susan for days, and not through any lack of trying on my part. And she made up all of these crazy allegations against me, got full custody. And when I tried to get Lisa on my scheduled visitation, she would deny me, and I didn't have the money to take her to court over it for a long time. By the time Lisa was 10 years old, Susan had already married a man of means, Greg, who spoiled Lisa completely. And she saw him as more of a father than me. By the time I was able to make enough money to get a lawyer and enforce the court order, Lisa had already hated me and thought I was evil for taking her away from her parents. I tried to explain everything to Lisa multiple times and even got her into therapy, but it didn't help. Lisa was an absolute terror to my parents, siblings, and her cousins, belittling everyone for not having expensive things like she had and making fun of my niece's dyslexia. And she hid my nephew's inhaler as a joke. Eventually, my family gave up on Lisa, but I still tried my best until she was around 15, when she told me that she didn't want me in her life and told me that she wanted Greg to adopt her. I initially denied her, but then she said she and her mom had made horrible allegations against me and wouldn't recant until I signed away all my rights. I did, and I never saw or spoke to Lisa again. I was a wreck, and it took me years of therapy before I felt normal again. I then met Jane, 37, a female, and told her that because of my past, I never wanted kids. But we ended up getting pregnant despite taking precautions, and I'm currently in therapy again due to my anxiety about being a father, but I'm trying for Abby. I never expected to see Lisa again, and I was shocked when she reached out to me on social media. I didn't respond until her third message and asked her what she wanted. Lisa said she wanted me to meet her, and I refused. But then I agreed to a Zoom call. Lisa apologized for her past behavior. I accepted her apology and then asked what she wanted. She said a relationship, and I asked her if Greg had passed away. Lisa said that she hasn't spoken to Greg since he left her and her mom 2 years ago. I told her that while I was sad to hear, I wasn't going to give her any money. Lisa teared up and said that she was in therapy and just wanted to make amends and get to know her sister. I told her that it's good she's getting therapy, but I don't think it's a good idea for us to get close. That I simply don't trust her since she's only reaching out after the father she wanted rejected her. It's been 2 days since the call, and some days I feel guilty, while some days I don't. So am I the a-hole?
The mother is. My opinion.
Margot says no. Marianne says no.
I don't think so either.
I lost track. Is that her daughter? It's a guy. That's a guy talking. That's a guy. He's the father of Lisa, biological father of Lisa. Lisa's the daughter of the guy. Barb says no. She pushed him away, and now he has a new life. He needs to be cautious. Cautious or write her off completely. What if she says she was young and under the influence of the mother and she didn't know any better, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, why not get together and, at a neutral location and sit down and talk and see how it works? I mean, maybe she did grow up.
High 61 says he'd write her off completely. Really high?
Really? Oh, no.
Amy says I would connect, but with strong boundaries. Shelley Jo says she has to earn his trust. Tread lightly.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't think the daughter should be punished for the sins of the mother. That's for sure. She sounds like she was pretty young when most of this stuff went down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with Janae. With Sharon.
Janae. Okay, so here's another one. I'm sensitive to cigarette smoke. I have asthma and the smell gives me a headache. We have a designated smoking area outside and I avoid it. Recently, there's been a problem at my job with employees taking excessive smoking breaks. It's really one employee in particular, Judy, who takes approximately 12 smoke breaks during the day, plus her lunch. Managers get annoyed when they couldn't find her, and multiple times she was found outside smoking. So they changed their policy. Employees were limited to 2 smoke breaks a day. You have the option of giving up your lunch break to take 2 additional smoke breaks. Cameras were installed in the smoking area to record when employees went out. In addition, we have to use our badge to open the door every time we go in or out of the building. This is recorded in an audit log. On a typical day, I badge in upon arrival. I badge out for lunch, I badge in to come back in, and I badge out to go home. The only door that is not badge activated is the fire door. It's close to my desk. The fire door can only be opened from the inside. The outside doesn't have a handle. There is no camera in this area. Judy has recently taken to propping the fire door open, going right outside and having a cigarette. This wafts back in the office and stinks up the entire area. Judy works in another department, so I don't see her that often, and I have to smell her disgusting smoke. But this has really started to be a problem. I asked her, please don't prop the door open because the smoke is coming in. She told me to mind my own business. So when she went out for a cigarette break, I pulled out her makeshift door stop and closed the door, preventing the smoke from coming in and locking her out. She had to badge back into the front door and didn't say anything. An hour later, she came back and did the same thing. So I once again closed the fire door and locked her out. This time she came storming back in and screamed that whatever idiot kept playing with the doorstop needed to stop touching things that don't belong to them. I heard that Judy was recently written up because her badges in didn't match her badges out, and they have told her that if she keeps taking unauthorized breaks, her pay will be docked. One of my coworkers told me, I just need to let it go. Stop getting her in trouble. I see it as I'm protecting my air and workspace. Am I the a-hole?
No, but there's different ways to handle it.
Oh, you're going to be a great grandma, and Rhonda found out she's going to be you're going to be a great great grandma for the first time. Oh wow, Marianne, so much fun. When? Rhonda Blackburn found out she was going to be a grandma too. Things happen in 3, so somebody else is going to find out they're going to be a grandma.
Let it be me.
I wonder. When, Marianne? I think Rhonda's going to be a first-time grandma, right? Rhonda
think
Blackburn,
so.
a first-time and you're going to be a first-time great-great-grandma.
Great.
Great. That's crazy,
Wow.
Marianne. Great. Wow. You believe in August. Okay. You just became a great-grandma, Frilly? No, you didn't. How is she a great-grandma? How can you be a great-grandma? A great-grandma?
Great.
How could Frilly Farmhouse be a great-grandma? That doesn't even make sense.
No, that's crazy.
How could you, Frilly? You're not old enough to be a great-grandma.
Well, let's see. 36.
It'd have to be 20, 40, 60, 80. 40, and 60, 40, 80. It'd have to be 80.
No, she's a great-great-grandma, but Frilly is a great-grandma.
Be a great 20.
Congratulations, Frilly.
My mother-in-law was 54.
I
and
did.
she
I
was a
had my oldest
great-grandmother.
daughter at 18. Okay, and how old is your daughter?
Great 18.
We're going to get a 5-generation picture. I have
Wow.
25 greats. Wow. How many kids did you have?
Oh,
Oh my gosh, Marianne.
Really? That's amazing.
yeah.
Ventures has a great-granddaughter. Wow. My daughter is 38. Her daughter is 18.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was for my mother-in-law. Same thing.
She's 38. Wow. You have 6. Wow. It's crazy. I still need.
Christmas should be a lot of fun.
You're exhausted, Deandy? 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 Deandy, you're not the one that had a husband that tackled some guy at Cracker Barrel. Try to go after some person or something. Five girls, one boy. Wow. Hope Linda T's okay. Seen her, I just tell her something about her package I sent out. Oh no, it's not that dandy. It's but it's a name very, very similar. Hi, Annie B. Okay, let's see something else now. Ow, I just pulled my neck out. Wasn't good. It's a weird thing in my neck. Okay. Okay, let's see this now. Okay, my baby is 10 months old. My partner and I only just recently moved into our own place 2 months ago from living with his mother and father and her 2 other children. It was absolutely horrible. As a new mom, I already had a ton of anxiety, and she made it so much worse for me. My mother-in-law treated us like we couldn't parent our baby and was always interfering, constantly barged into our room when the baby cried, and would constantly criticize our decisions. I was a stay-at-home mom up until 3 months ago. I work part-time now, and she watches him twice a week if my significant other is working. To this day, I drop him off, and she questions, why is the baby not wearing shoes? It's cold. Why isn't he walking or talking yet? Significant other and siblings were so advanced as babies. She has an opinion about everything. The other day, before dropping him off, she even texted me saying, he needs to be wearing a jacket as it's cold outside. I always dress him according to the weather and don't need to be told that as the mother of my child. As I was picking him up the other day, I mentioned that he is almost a year old, that I am considering putting him into daycare so he could be in a more socialized environment with other children. Immediately, I could tell the look on her face. She was pissed off and worried about this. She went on to tell me that if I put him in daycare, he's going to be sick all the time and that they won't care for him the way she does and will. I also want to mention that she is an extreme homebody, rarely ever leaves the house. She will not be the type of grandma to take my son to the park or to movies or anywhere fun. She's not a very warm person and has a very surface level relationship with both of her sons. They both cannot even recall the last time she said that she loves them or the last time she gave them a hug. I know she cares for the baby, but I just don't want him around her like that. She's always so worried about the world getting sick and illnesses, and I'm just afraid she's going to instill fear in my child. Am I the a-hole?
No. The mother-in-law is right about one thing. The kid will get sick a lot more often.
Yeah, that's
But-
true. I don't know. Oh, your late husband's mother passed away Friday, son. Oh, wow, 102. Well, that's a nice life, a long life. Sorry to hear that, but hopefully you can remember the life she lived and be proud of her that 102 is quite an accomplishment. But still, sorry to hear that. And he says, your child, your choice. Marianne says no. Mm-mm. Okay, let me see something now. Something else for a second.
Oh boy.
Oh, so now my daughter wants to go back to Iceland for puffin season. But here's some northern lights. Let's see. She said, where did they just go? Where did they just go? I just had them. Oh, here they are. She said, what did she say? Where's her thing? If you're looking for the northern lights, believe it or not, some of your best chances are near Reykjavik. Reykjavik. So happy to have seen the lights on our first and last days of the trip. I really don't want to leave, and I'm looking forward to coming back for puffin season. I'm sure she has them on her other camera, and she has to download those when she gets home, she says. So there'll be more.
Yeah, she has some great photos. I don't know if I showed this one. Let's see. I did show this. Wow. She's so tiny.
And that'll be it for now on those. Okay. Let's see. There's the home movies. Thanks, really. She can see puffins in eastern Canada too. Oh, okay. I'll
You can see them in Maine also. Maine, puffins. Yes, they're very cute. They got little red bills. Birds.
Oh, I know.
Birds.
All right, let's see. We'll do one more of these. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Over this past weekend, myself and my husband, he's 52, I'm 49, met our son's new girlfriend, who's 21. No, our son's 21, his new girlfriend's 23. We went for dinner. I called ahead to verify that they had the ability to prepare the girlfriend's, we'll call her Emma, dinner that had no peanuts or threat of peanut exposure because she has a severe peanut allergy that has hospitalized her more than once. I've had experience with that via a coworker, and my husband has not. On the way to dinner, I reminded my husband that Emma has a peanut allergy because he kept trying to take peanut M&Ms out of his work bag and snack on them. He wound up saying, "I'm not planning on kissing this girl, it's fine." And then he ate the peanut M&Ms and said there were no peanuts on the outside of the candy when I made him use the hand sanitizer before we went in. I told him it was made in a peanut facility, but he just doesn't seem to get it. He acts like it's no big deal. Doesn't she carry an EpiPen? So why risk it? During dinner, he made several comments about Emma's allergy that he meant to be funny. I'm sure things like they could give you a PB&J when she was requesting a special menu, and Emma wants some boiled peanuts to go. It's a thing he does when he's nervous, and I know that. He'll pick one thing like a peanut allergy and make conversation about it to play with the new person because that's the extent of what he knows about them. He does it when he meets anyone new. He'll joke about their pants or shoes or their jewelry or their car or their job, whatever he knows about them. It's not mean-spirited. He's just awkward in conversations. He isn't mean about it, just kind of tone-deaf. He went to the restroom and I followed him. And I told him his jokes were getting old and annoying. That Emma's allergy is life-threatening. And even though she kept laughing at his jokes and joking back at him and didn't seem to get upset at all about it, that it probably is something constantly on her mind. Hello, life-threatening, and he should let it go. He said he didn't know what else to talk about, and so I told him that maybe he should listen to the topics we were discussing instead of watching sports on multiple televisions and try to follow along because that's how conversation works. He got upset and refused to really talk the rest of the night. He's been salty ever since. Our son feels like he doesn't like Emma. Emma even asked me over Facebook if she did something to make him mad, but I played it off and said that he was tired from being up all night with our sick dog. But I'm tired of making excuses for him. He is grown, and even good-natured ribbing gets old after a while. Everything out of his mouth for an hour was about the peanut allergy, and that's not something she has any control over, and so it's not the most interesting thing about her. So am I the a-hole? And then she says, I think I might be for telling him privately that his jokes were not funny because this is how he has always been. I just don't feel that picking on a life-endangering allergy is okay. Not when he doesn't personally know her well enough to pick at her like that.
They say no.
Well, the consensus is she's not, according to them. Yeah, no. Annie, yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
Yep. Did Nicole fall asleep?
I didn't think so. She was talking a little while ago,
Oh.
I thought.
Wouldn't unmute for me. I was trying to press the unmute button forever. It wouldn't unmute.
Oh.
I'm here. Yeah.
I'm still up too.
Hello. Oh.
I see something here.
Is it me they're looking for?
Where's
Oh,
this?
yeah, I remember that song. There was a mannequin head in it. That guy's head was like a mannequin head. Do you remember that music video for that?
Yes.
Lionel, wasn't that Lionel Richie?
Yes.
And then there was a mannequin head, or like a clay head that they were.
Oh yeah, that was Lionel's
it was a
head.
strange video.
It was
bothered me.
Lionel's head.
Yes, it was just his head. It bothered me for a long time as a child.
Marianne and High 61 are undecided.
Really? Marianne is undecided?
Yeah, and High 61 is undecided. What do you say, Sharon?
Sharon?
Sharon, are you asleep?
No, she's not. She's
I'm
not.
here. Just moving upstairs. So
Oh, okay, okay.
give me a minute.
Let me see. Hold on a minute.
You know, that's the best place, Carolyn, for a pair of glasses on your head because you very seldom lose them there.
Right.
That is a great place for them.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I put both my sunglasses and glasses on
I
my
do
head
that too.
simultaneously. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
But I forget they're there.
Elle's like, where's my glasses? Oh, wait. They're on my head.
All the time.
Joel is binge watching this Australian comedy, and he's like over there just laughing so hard at this
Really?
Australian comedy. Yes, like what are you watching? So different. It's on Netflix. It's called Super Bro.
Okay. Now, you remember you asked me about a house in Lanzarote?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well. Just gonna-
It seems like a beautiful place.
It does.
I don't know. The houses are like, they're not really houses. They look more like apartments.
Well, it is a tourist area, so they probably have a lot of condos.
Where's Lanzarote?
For Carol
It is-
Lucius.
With Carol Lucius.
Off the coast of South Africa, I believe.
It's with the Canary Islands, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
I don't know. Not really much. I'll look somewhere else. How about, oh, Deborah's here. Hey, did anybody hear from Bink today?
I did hear from Bink. I was talking to her for a little bit. She had a good
It's a picture
time.
in black, too.
Yeah, she put some stuff in
Hi.
Slack. Hi,
Hey,
Deborah.
I thought I'd wake you all up by ringing the bell.
Did she win big? Did she win
What,
big?
Carol? No, I don't know if she won big or not, but she had a great time.
Okay, let's see.
I think, Annie B, are you in Ireland also? Seems like a pretty reasonable flight to get there from Ireland.
Okay.
Very inexpensive from Ireland. She said
Yeah.
very, and we're talking maybe 60 USD for a ticket.
All right, hold on. We're gonna look at some other. They're not gonna be like old ones, but hold on a minute.
Yes.
700.
For everyone in chat, we've all had the pleasure of
Oh, no, I don't want to do
seeing
that.
Carol Lucy in a very nice place. Near a beach. She lives on an island. It's so cool. Everybody's so nice. There's a beach right outside her door. She can go walk right to the beach. I know.
1010. Okay, 1010.
Next year's Rambler vacation, Lanzarote. Get your passports.
Okay, so we're gonna look at. This is not gonna be like an old home, okay? Because we're not looking at these old. But you're gonna try to figure out how much this is going to cost. Come on. Okay. All right. So this is gonna be and come on.
Annie B says she's just home from Tenerife.
Oh,
Or
shoot.
Tenerife, I'm not sure how to
I
pronounce
can't
it.
find my phone again.
This is in Charleston, South Carolina. And here's the house.
Okay, here it is. Goody. Glasses.
Ooh. Is this the view?
Well, we'll see what it is exactly.
Charleston. Oh,
Oh,
Oh my God, that's heaven.
let's see.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Okay.
Look at the yard. Look at how big the
Oh,
yard
wow.
is. Look at the deck. Oh my God, it's a large two-car garage, huge
That's
deck.
gorgeous.
front porch.
Oh my God, look at the balcony in the house.
That's gorgeous.
Those are nice cabinets. The archway is gorgeous. Are you looking at it, Sharon? Oh no, Sharon's going upstairs. I forgot she's upstairs.
I like it. Pretty bathroom.
I really like this. It's probably very expensive.
I'm here.
Yes. Very nice.
Look at that. Look at that. You could just go fishing right off of
We're
there.
looking at a house in Charleston. We're gonna buy it, Sharon.
Look at how pretty that is. Look at the trellis. Look at how nice. You
Pretty.
could put a nice big grill on
Yeah,
that, barbecue out there,
Very pretty.
It has 2 kitchens.
breakfast nook and a
2
formal
kitchens.
dining
Yeah.
room. Well,
2 kitchens.
How much?
Yeah,
it has
just
2
2
dining
kitchens.
rooms.
2 kitchens.
2 dining. Ooh.
How many bedrooms, Carolyn?
6 bathrooms.
6 bedrooms?
6 bathrooms. How many bedrooms?
Oh boy, I don't know what it's like to have more than one.
No, wait, it's 4
Is this on
beds,
the
4
water?
baths. It says 4 beds, 4 baths. I don't know why it says 6 bathrooms up there. Unless they're counting the outside. There might be outdoor bathrooms that they're counting.
Ooh, look at that the big soaking tub.
Girls, the Navy's Justice League.
Is this on the water?
on
It's
the-
yeah,
this
it's
is
right
like
on the water.
inlet, so you have a boat.
You have a boat and there's a nice dock and there's some benches out on the end of the dock.
A
Okay.
freshwater inlet?
Yes.
No, because then there will be alligators knocking at your door saying, "Excuse me, but may I come in?" That's your answer is no.
Does that say it has 4 kitchens?
It does, but I don't. Let me see.
That's I don't know if that's a freshwater inlet or not.
That's
They're a little salty, but they're pretty fresh. How's that?
Did
Is
you
it
see
South
the how look at how
Carolina?
pretty it is though.
Well, we went on the inlet to go to the other place on the boat. We didn't see anything. So hold on, I've got to pull it over here just to make sure that I don't expose something when I tell you
You
about
cannot
it.
coexist with crocodiles.
It says, okay, it says, escape to your own private oasis with this stunning elevated home nestled on a cul-de-sac offering breathtaking marsh views along the Ashley River. Access to private deep water community dock is located just across the street, making it easy to enjoy all that waterfront has to offer. Enjoy the serene atmosphere and stunning scenery from the comfort of your own front wraparound porch or back deck. A classic Charleston front split staircase leads you to the oversized front porch and this inviting front entry. Let's see, why do they have 2 bathrooms? Downstairs, oh, it's a mother-in-law suite. That's what it is, with another kitchen, with a full kitchen, full bathroom. So how much do you think that is?
Oh,
How many square feet?
3,045 on
Oh.
half an acre.
how much, Nicole?
Probably 1.2, maybe 1.6 million.
I'd like to point out that the house we stayed in last year is valued at 1.9 and it was on the ocean. Just saying. And it was bigger. So,
Wow,
That's a steal.
$700.
Look,
Sharon,
look,
you got
look.
720.
I won it.
They can
What
rent
the
out
hell?
the other apartment though.
Sharon won it.
I won it. Cool.
Congratulations, Sharon.
Congratulations, Sharon. That's a good win right
It's
there.
only $779.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just said, yeah.
It's not like it's on the water. It's not on the water.
Yeah, but it's a
It's
humongous
beautiful.
house.
Well,
It is on the water. It's just you have to take a boat to go here
It's
and there.
beautiful. I thought it was beautiful.
We could just go down to the boat and take the boat all around. There's probably like waterways like all through there.
I gave
I
you
guess
two
the
hints.
location isn't too great.
And we know by studying the Murdaugh case that there's several businesses that you can only get to by boat, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's true too, as far as various restaurants. ways
Correct.
you boat than you are to have to drive around because
You wouldn't have to drive around. You just have to drive a boat.
set up really weird. Yeah, that would be
Sharon, you said the house you stayed at last year was worth how much?
1.9
Wow.
million.
Wow.
That's what it's assessed at, or that's what the realtors say. Now, I doubt very much that they would be able to get it for it.
I can't believe that's
The houses
775.
around are actually probably a little nicer.
That
The
one
house
was
we
nice.
stayed in
Had
have been
nice
added
light.
onto and added onto and added onto.
Pardon, Deborah?
I said that one was nice. It had nice light. You know, it
Yeah.
was light
Yeah.
and open inside.
Yes.
Big windows, it was all opened up, yeah.
And you need an elevator. I'll tell you, you don't want to have to be going up and down.
An elevator is a bonus.
Yeah, I consider it pretty much a necessity. If you're gonna live there all the
What is the
time.
house with that? I think there is one, isn't there?
Hmm?
There's an
The one-
elevator in the house at Folly Beach we're going to, right?
Yes. Yes.
But it's not for
Supposedly,
people.
but
It's not a people elevator, it's a stuff elevator. Like you put your bags and luggage and stuff in there.
That is so cool.
I wonder what the weight limit is.
I think it's
What
probably
if I put you in the suitcase, then Nicole, can I technically ship you up in the elevator?
oh my gosh, I might go I don't know what the weight limit is. That would be crazy. We
Say, I'll bet
I
you
get-
It'd be like, what's her name, to put them
Why
in the
am I
suitcase.
saying?
Oh my God, right?
Don't listen.
Yeah,
Maybe
then
if
you
we
could
could put one at a time.
drive them down the elevator. Oh, Julie W. says there's Gidget on paddle.
yeah.
My suitcases are gonna be so heavy.
Mine aren't. I'm just gonna bring a bunch of swimsuits and I'll bring a sweater for Linda, just because she said to bring a sweater.
She said to bring a sweater.
Yeah, didn't she? Didn't she say to
She
bring
kept
something
telling you all
warm?
to bring
Right?
sweaters.
I think in June it should be all right.
I'm gonna have so
Yeah,
much
June is going
Yeah,
to be
but
nice.
sometimes it still gets cold at night in June.
clothing and Dutch Punch stuff.
It could, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Julie W.
doesn't-
called that, so I told her next time I'm on panel, I'll put Gidget up.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
You
Please
are
go back.
Gidget.
I am now. That's where
Yeah.
that came. So, but she started it, so
I
it's cute, huh?
like it.
I do too.
It fits you perfectly.
It does.
Perfectly. Yes.
Come on, why can't I see it?
Our Gidget.
If you want to help out the channel and it's free and easy, could you just hit the thumbs up button, please?
Yeah, hit the like. I didn't say it once tonight. I'm slacking over here.
You're slacking, I'm telling you.
Okay, so this is a oceanfront in Folly Beach. It's a 4-bedroom condo on the beach.
Well, let's just take a look.
Let's look.
Window.
It's the Charleston Oceanfront Villas.
Why can't I see it?
It'll be on in a sec.
You have to go on
On YouTube. It'll be up in 1 second.
pineapples.
Oh my.
Look at
There
that.
we go.
Holy,
Oh, holy cannoli.
That's not a house, that's a hotel.
It's a
Go ahead.
4-bedroom condo.
Condo.
Let's see what the amenities are, Al.
Oh, it's like a condo.
Yeah, she
So
said it was
garage parking elevators. The units are spacious. They are clean. It's all about location, location, location.
So,
Wait to get a look at the view. Look at how beautiful that is.
that's nice.
That is modern. Plenty of counter space.
It's bigger than what I have now.
Oh, a jetted tub.
Oh, a jetted tub. I'm in. That's gonna be expensive, right? That's gonna be in the millions for one of those, probably.
I wouldn't.
Okay, and it's, look at it, there, you saw it, look, 1,489,000.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
The pool.
4 bedrooms,
So
3
they have
baths.
great-
You have
Wait.
access.
There's a fence in front of you. You can't get to the beach. How do you get to the beach?
I'm sure
Look at
There's an opening.
there's an opening.
Side.
There's an opening.
Oh, wow.
And you get access to the pool, jacuzzi, all the amenities, right?
You
Oh,
just
yeah.
showed the price tag.
I know.
I'd put a ladder
Yeah.
over it, climb up one side, down the other.
Me too. Hi, Alyssa. Alyssa loves it. Really, really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Did we actually see the interior?
Yeah, we saw the inside.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Huh. I wonder where that is. In
I can't believe that's more than that house though.
That's Charleston, I think, not Folly Beach.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Right
true.
on the beach.
Oh, it's in front. I mean, it better
Oh,
not
it does
be.
say Folly Beach.
Right on
Yeah.
Folly Beach, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
Probably has a lot of amenities.
They do have a pool.
It'd be in like paradise to live there.
Mm-hmm.
That's not oceanfront.
No.
Why is it not doing the oceanfront?
But I wonder where it is.
It's
In
Folly
relation.
Beach.
I know that. I'm wondering where in the building it is. What
Oh.
floor?
Good questions.
Isle of Palms, that's where that lady said that she was, you know. Oh, look,
Yeah,
Kiowa
the-
Island.
Hmm?
Kiowa
The big bird all
Island.
party was on Isle of Palms.
Oh.
$479.
That's Folly Beach.
No, this is
Right there.
Kiowa.
Oh.
Those islands are cool.
Yeah. Kind of to an extent the barrier islands, which helps.
There's the place up there though. It's fun guessing the place.
Yeah, it's 2 lakes right there.
That's
Yeah,
that's
like-
affordable.
I don't like the cabins.
The kitchen's very small.
In color choice.
Private island.
Yeah, it's very small.
Huh.
A little small.
You'd be feeling a little. And
Claustrophobe.
this is
I would.
timeshare maybe. I don't know.
Here's Folly.
Is it maybe? Yeah.
And cleared there. Look at all the things they're gonna build out
It's
there.
fun to
Right next door to it. See that land?
Folly. Look at that. It's going to be like $5 million.
Let's see what we could get for $5 million there.
Mhm.
That'd be
I know, dream big.
nice.
What is that? Ashley Folly Beach. Let's see what this is like. Come on, Folly. So long. It's right on the ocean. Very, very green.
I can't see how much is the price on that one. What does that say?
9, 2,000,009.
Oh my god, my eyesight is very. I'm on my phone and
I'm having trouble seeing it too.
yeah, look at how beautiful that is though. Look at the color.
Yeah.
Hurricane.
Is that a driveway you can actually pull into?
That's a nice view, though.
Everybody has
Solar
their own massage
panels.
chair.
Where's the inside?
I'm showing it. Aren't you seeing it?
Well, we see just the outside so far. Oh, there's the inside. Okay. Just caught up. Oh, it's big.
Not like,
Well, that's crazy. Look at that, like
I don't like the inside.
Look at all the massage chairs. Are those massage chairs?
Just recliners, I think.
Oh my god. That's a house for a big family.
I don't like the way it's decorated though.
Wow.
It's pretty though. The house is pretty, but I don't like the way it's decorated.
I'd put my money together with like 9, 10,
Captain
11
Lee is in the
people.
chat.
If you have
She
enough
has
money to
a
buy it, you
question.
have enough money to do it over.
Captain Lee's in the chat. She has a question. She says, I need advice. Do you think my mom would want me to sleep good at home or sleep terribly nearer to her?
Oh, good. Your mother would want you to sleep good at home. You know that, Captain.
Oh, there's an elevator.
That's what your mom would want. I can tell you
Yeah.
right away without even
Yeah,
hesitating
sure.
there.
Probably she would want that.
Absolutely.
Because, she understands that you're going through stuff too.
Because they're making her sleep in the waiting room, I think.
That's too much. It's
I
too.
like all the windows.
Carolyn, if I gave you an address, like an address from Queensland, can you pull it up? It's on a real estate listing that I can see it.
Is there a link?
I don't know how to drop the link though. It's a Ray White listing.
A what listing?
Ray White.
Oh,
It's realestate.com.au and it's Ray White.
okay.
He's
I
got
think
like
so too,
33
Captain.
photos there.
Then you'll be well rested and able to hang out with your mom during the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me see if I can pull it up, Deborah. Wait.
Okay.
Maybe I can.
Ray, you said Ray White?
Mm-hmm. At realestate.com.au. Ray White's the realtor. It's all one word. Capital
Right.
W.
Okay. And
Yeah.
All right. And where is it?
Okay, I'll give you the address then.
Yep.
154A, Virginia Avenue, Hawthorne, HAWTHORNE, Queensland, 4171. This one, I don't think anybody will guess this one.
It's not coming up for me. Hold on.
It's in South Carolina.
No,
Did you get it?
no, it's not coming up for me. It says no matches
No,
found.
it's not coming up for me either. It's weird.
Oh,
And I'm on the
bummer.
website.
So am I.
Is it a residential property, rural?
Well, I don't know. It's just under real estate. And then it's just,
Okay, I
I
think
just
I might have.
Googled it.
I think I might have found it on something else. Let me see.
I Googled it. And
All right,
It
I
just
found
came
it
up.
on something else, but let me see. Okay. Okay.
if it's the one that I'm thinking of,
This one right here.
let's
Oh, it's
see.
gonna be a
I
while
have to
for
look
you.
on my computer. Let's see. It's one, what did I say? It's 154A Virginia Avenue,
It's got a big picture of
And-
Robert Redford in it.
Hawthorne. No,
Where's this?
right on the river.
Yeah, it's got a big picture of Robert Redford in the house.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it iconic riverfront of
Yeah,
2,110
Robert
square meters,
I think so, yeah.
spanning
Wow, look at
4
that.
levels, capturing unparalleled 360-degree views?
Right, yeah.
It's on the river.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, it should sounds the same.
Wow.
Does it have fireworks, Deborah?
Yeah, it's got fireworks in the photos.
Oh my God. If I were ever rich, I don't even know what I would do in that house. I would stay in one room. I wouldn't even leave my one room. It's
Whoa,
so
look at that
big.
bedroom.
So beautiful,
It's so big. I would have you all live
so
there.
gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I'd have so many people living with me in that house, it wouldn't be funny. There'd
Whoa,
be like
look at that.
100 people.
Wow.
Oh my
That's
God.
cool.
Oh my God. That's gorgeous.
I don't think you can swim in those waters there.
You could swim in the pools though,
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
and the jacuzzis.
Why, what's in the water?
What's the price on that thing?
Wait, is it in South, it's in South
Yes.
Carolina?
No,
No,
it's in
no,
Australia.
Australia.
In Brisbane.
Brilliant. Linda
In
said, I
Brisbane.
mean, Debbie said we would never guess the price.
Millions and millions and millions, like $150 million.
No.
Like
Debbie-
15, at
Deborah said we
least
would never guess it.
46 million.
Oh,
It's got to be a lot of money.
Deborah said we would never guess it, so it has to be cheap.
No way.
Cheaper.
If it's cheap,
Well,
I'm just gonna
try.
die on the floor right now.
no, don't do that.
Well, I don't want to,
It's not,
but
it's
geez, it's got to be expensive.
Okay, Margot's saying 6.9 mil. Marianne says 3.
Wait, I can't get on the chat.
I say 7.
Nikki says 7.
Wait a minute, let me get on the chat.
Alyssa says 4.
12.1.
Yeah, that's about right. That's where I'm at.
I can't get in.
Figuring it's 25% less than our money.
Okay, I'll
I
put you
say,
in there.
I say 3.5 million.
Okay, 3.5 L.
Oh, 3.5 for Al.
Okay, I'll type it in.
Aaron's 13.1.
Oh, was that what you said, Sharon?
12 point.
12.1, I typed it wrong, sorry.
1.
Doesn't matter. Close enough.
Close.
Al,
Yeah,
what did you say, 3.5?
I'm
Yes.
Yes.
What about you, Nicole?
I say where Sharon is, like 12 million. I'd say like 11, 12 at
We don't know how
least.
big it is. We don't know.
Oops, I typed 13 for you too, Nicole.
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
and Emmy's at 9.5.
Deborah said we'd never guess it.
We
So
win.
That's why I went low.
Don't sound so defeated, Al.
Barb.
I think it's
Barb's
high.
at 1 mil. Oh, 12 mil.
12 billion for Barb.
Must have typo.
So what
Or-
is the price?
How much is it?
We got a big range here, don't we? We've got all the
Yeah.
way from basically like 3 mil to
1 billion, it goes right up to 13.
or 12 or 13 mil. The big range there.
2? Yeah. How much is it?
Would that be like the dividing range, Deborah?
No. That's the Brisbane's the city is on that river, of course. So the city is just built around that river, and
Is there
It's very-
crocodiles in that river? Oh, there's,
I don't
hi
think
Debbie
so.
D.
yeah, everybody like
Debbie
when you go
G
to
says-
work, you get the boat. You know, they got all these. It's kind of like these for transport, like you would a taxi.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
and stuff. I mean, tourists go on them too, but they have some beautiful places along that river.
How much
Really,
was it?
It's
Wait,
really,
wait, I
Nine
changed
hundred
mine to,
99,000.
I changed
Uh,
mine to 5 million. I changed mine to 5 million.
Okay,
okay,
I'll find out.
Debbie D's at 999,000.
I'll put
Yeah,
you in there now.
999,000 for Debbie D.
Yeah,
5 million, Margot,
That's what I put.
please.
Nicole
got
put
it.
it in for you already.
AF 5.
5 million.
5 million.
Young Red
So you
Robin.
can tell us how much?
15 million.
Wow.
15 million. You're the closest, Chad.
Crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
That's a good price. 515 million.
What's
I'd
the
probably-
price? What's the price?
It's a great
15 million.
price.
1.5 million.
1.5 million?
No,
No, 15.
15 million.
15. 1.5.
Oh,
But
you
you
said
get
we
to
would
take
never guess that. We would
25%
never
on
guess it.
food. Well,
I
then you
would
take
have guessed some, I
25%
would
on
guess something like that.
That's
expenses.
what, I didn't think anybody would guess 15 on it.
Oh, I would guess that.
But
See,
you,
see, it was a
You
trick.
did.
It was a
It
trick
was a
question,
trick.
Al. She got you. She got all of us. Cause well, no, I was like 13. It's got to be high. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I would have said like 15.
But yeah, but if I get
Yeah,
that,
that's-
Yeah, well, why didn't you do that, Diggy?
Because
Okay,
we
so
said
here's
we would
another
never
one
guess
for you,
it.
okay?
So
This
I
is
thought
in Surfside Beach in South Carolina.
Oh, I put my phone away.
North Carolina
And
again.
it is for it's a one unit here on the beach, and I think it's, let me see, I think it's 2 bedrooms, 2 baths.
where is that? Oh. Ooh, is that two-sided?
Yeah,
It's identical.
it's like a duplex.
Oh,
It is a duplex,
Mhm.
okay.
Let's see. Oops.
Don't go too fast.
that's pretty nice.
Okie dokie.
It's right on the ocean.
On the ocean.
Crowtowns are old. Old. Great.
South Carolina, like, is it near Charleston or?
I don't know. Surfside, I don't know.
You don't have it up yet, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's up.
I only see a guy.
You're not seeing it now?
No, I'm not. I'm seeing a guy standing there. Let's see.
Press play. You probably have it muted.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Press,
No, I
yeah.
don't. No, I don't. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nope, now I have the Alex Murdaugh trial.
Little tiny
Sentencing.
ironing board.
I see his jumpsuit, Margot.
Okay, and it's right here. It's the one half of this. How much do you think that is?
Gee,
Oh,
pretty close to the water.
is it far from Charleston?
I'm not sure. Oh, I can check. Hold on a minute. I want to see if I can.
Wait, ME said 7 kitchens? Is there 7
No, don't
kitchens?
pay attention to that. That's all wrong. I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
Too bad.
It's a must-see oceanfront beauty. Do not miss the opportunity to own this immaculate and spacious 2-bedroom, 2 full-bath oceanfront condo at the heart of Surfside Beach. This end unit offers an open floor plan and plenty of natural light. Enjoy the private oceanfront balcony with access from both the master bedroom and living room. Also available is a private door off the balcony leading directly to the beach. The 2 master suites are separated to allow maximum privacy and both offer oceanfront view. Super clean and ready to be your new private getaway or vacation rental property. Sold fully furnished. and equipped.
Wow.
New HVAC replaced in 2022. New water heater 2022. Both patio doors leading to the oceanfront balcony were replaced, and the unit was completely painted. New washer and dryer, new vanities, new kitchen sink. Immediately located within walking distance of the new pier and restaurants, just a short drive to shopping, dining, entertainment, fishing, golf, and all the Grand Strand has to offer.
I saw the pictures, Carolyn, just that.
Yeah,
And it's a
Okay.
condo.
It's a condo right
See.
there
There's
on
like
the
a
beach.
little light green one next to it, actually.
Is it the one with all the cars
It's
parked
the gray
in the
one,
thing?
right here.
Yeah, the
right
gray
here.
one in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. The beach is cleaner than what it was last year where we stayed in Editsville.
Well, me says, 429 and Chris Reed's at 750. Oh,
Hi, Bunny darling.
hi, Bunny.
I thought we went to.
Yeah, don't even look at those numbers. It's 475.
Whoa.
Well, how do you like that? Well, who got the closest? That's
I
actually
was way off.
the closest.
Yeah, but you said 429.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Wow.
525 Barb.
Yeah, Barb said 525.
How could there be 7 kitchens?
No, don't pay attention to that.
Mm.
It's probably in the whole unit. Maybe or something
Well, I
like
mean,
that.
it's,
Yeah, just don't pay attention to that.
isn't it one half is, you're buying one half or you just buying one floor?
No, you're buying the 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit, the end unit. It's on the end. I guess there's 3 units there.
Oh, never mind. I thought I was bidding on half that house.
That's still a great buy. You're right
Yeah,
on
but
the
we did
ocean.
way too high.
2 bedrooms, 2
I had the
baths.
little green one next door then.
Yeah, I did 1.2 million. I thought it was the whole one side thing.
No, it was one half, yeah. So I did 1.3.
Where's my thing?
I don't want to share a wall with
Look how blue
See
the
that
water is
black
there.
colored one? Oh, that's blue. I was trying to think about what color I want to paint my house, but that one's kind of blue, light blue. The one on the end, on the right.
Well,
Yes,
you
that
could
looks
do
like robin egg blue.
like a whitewash blue. It's pretty.
Yeah, I kind of want a
Rainbow blue.
lighter than that, but like maybe like a mint green. You know,
Okay.
like the old fashioned kind of colored green, but real light, really, really light.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nice though.
Seafoam green's pretty.
Yeah, something like that.
Where's this one?
I like white or that whitewash, the brown,
Okay.
that's whitewashed. That's
Oh, the cockatoos
pretty.
Let's see what this is.
Hello,
and
bunny
making
darling.
noise.
This is supposed to be 4 bedrooms, 4 baths.
Okay.
Condo on the beach.
You kind of need to know where it's at.
Surfside.
Oh dear.
It's all at Surfside.
Surfside, South Carolina.
Yes. I'll
4
read
bedrooms.
to you. I'll tell you where Surfside is. Okay.
Condo.
Okay. Okay. Surfside. Let's see. Surfside Beach is a town in Horry County, South Carolina. Its nickname is the Family Beach. The population 3,837. Okay. Family Beach. It is considered a part of the Grand Strand. A portion of the beach.
Section behind it or in front of it? Where's the beach? Where's the beach?
It's right, yeah, behind it.
Okay. So the ones, those houses there are
No, this is
Second.
on the beach, right on the beach.
All right.
I love the color of those houses there across the street.
Mhm. I like kind of
I'm
like the
gonna-
yellow.
I'm gonna do something with mine.
Yeah. There's a pink. Big pink. They're all pastel.
It's so nice.
Muriel is in there.
They're not showing us the water.
Okay, hang on. Okay, so it's right here. It's across the street, right here. Here's the beach access. Here's the house, the condo, and here's the beach access right here. So it's right across the street. They use it as, it's right here. They obviously use it as a vacation rental.
Oh.
The second row.
It has a pool and parking.
So the cute colored houses are on the water.
Okay.
Is behind it.
What do you think that
You
is?
took music there though.
I don't like it.
Well, Alyssa's saying 550K, Elsa's 600K. Barb's at 500.
Okay, I'll tell you. It is $489.9. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms.
Margot 475.
And the houses in front of it are very close together, so you're limited on
435.
You see the access. The beach access is right there across that road, but still.
Marianne 700. They're still guessing.
489.
So that's 489.
489.
Barb's closest
Oh,
to 500.
Yeah, you got 47. There's a few close, kind of close people. Margot's 475. 561, 800. The horse is bolted.
Okay, so she wants to see one.
The houses on the beach, the colors remind me of down east in Canada.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something like that with mine. I've already got the trim in that kind of style. Well, just
Okay,
the
here's
fascias.
one. Here's one of the ones that Sharon wants to look at. Here's the green one. Here's the greenhouse right here. It's on the ocean.
Okay.
Sharon said she's gonna buy it, then we'll get on the train.
Who's buying it?
Sharon.
Yeah. Sure.
Hi, Bucky Ann.
Hi, Bucky.
Oh, is that the green that you like, Deborah?
Hi, Bucky.
Yeah,
It's a nice.
yeah, similar,
That's-
very close.
The top walls of my living room are almost that color.
That's almost a blue. It's pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of an aqua, light aqua.
Oh, mine's pale green.
I
Yes,
like all
Barb.
the windows over there. Oh, nice windows.
What do you think of the floor color?
I don't know.
Light colored floors, believe it or not, are easier to keep clean than dark colored floors.
Pretty, Sharon.
Man, I love those covered decks.
Aren't they nice?
Okay.
It's for the whole house.
Huh? The whole house.
The whole-
Yep.
And do they say how many square feet or whatever, how many bedrooms?
Is that your pool?
I think it's probably community pool or something.
Community pool?
I think so, yeah.
Sharon's at 1.1. Mary Ann's at 800K. ME 349,000.
Closer than I am.
Margot 980.
It's 1 point.
Barb 1.2.
It's 1.6.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
L 899.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it looks like so far Barb was the closest.
Back in the day, man, you could have had these for a song.
You're not going to get anything on the ocean nowadays for a song.
Not in this country. Well, no.
Oh,
Not on the ocean, yeah. Not.
It might do better a little further north.
Why am I starving?
Find us oceanfront in Rhode Island.
Why am I starving? Oh, they're going to pay more there too. You're
Yeah.
not going to get anything. It's mostly resorts on the ocean side. Oh. Oh gosh. Got up so early today.
Yeah, me too.
I'm all over. I'm
I
gonna
know.
call it a 90. Congratulations, somebody's saying. I don't know why, but thanks for coming in, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Love you guys. Prayers for all. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Bye.
Good
Night,
night.
everyone.
Bye. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Sleep tight. I have to get out of this other one.